Count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast blood.
What's up, gang? Welcome back to another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day, and we got to use the talents and the gifts that we've been given, not the talents and the gifts that other people been given. So sometimes, they say comparison is the thief of joy. It can be if you allow it to be. But all we got to do, all we're called to do is to do the best with the talents and the gifts that we've been given. Your talent that you've been given, the gift you've been given, the talent you've been given, that's your starting point, not your final destination. That's just where you start. So your natural ability and talent, in one area, let's say you have a talent in one area, that gives you an edge. But the true growth comes from your dedication and effort that you put into building up that natural ability that you've been blessed with. Because you got to remember, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So there's no way of getting out of this thing. You can only go so far without working hard. And sooner or later, the people that don't have as much talent are going to catch you and they're going to beat you because they've developed the habits that can grow, that can sustain, which is hard work works. Talent without discipline, those are your one-hit wonders. Like, those are your people that they're impressive at first, but over time, they never reach their full potential. It's that guy or gal that you grew up with that played a sport or played an instrument, and you looked at them and you said, man, that person is talented. But how many people can we look at and say, man, they never went as far as I thought they were going to go with that talent, that gift that they were given. They were good in that area. If they would have developed that area with some discipline in their life, definitely would have went to an area, to a certain level. And then you could look at people like, yeah, they were good. They were never great. They were good. That did develop that talent. And look at how far that they went with that. Look at how far they let that take them. Because it's the people that lack the discipline, that have the talent, that they come out when you don't need the hard work as much. They could be explosive, they could be impressive, but over time, it's the consistency that's going to make you great. And if you only rely solely on the gift that you've been given, then you're going to fall behind. It's only a matter of time that you're going to fall behind, because it's about daily, not in a day. You sharpen your talent and skills daily. You challenge yourself daily. That's huge. Like, looking at levels of where am I at? How can you challenge yourself today? This is how you keep growing. How can I challenge myself today? Can I run faster? Can I run further? Can I stay in the sauna longer? Can I stretch more? Can I, and however that applies to your business, can I eat healthier? Can I practice my sales pitch more? It's already good. How do I make it better? I'm already at a 70. How do I get to an 80? I serve and sell, 70% of the people that I sit down with. How do I get that to 75? I sat down with, I gave 10 presentations. How do I get myself to 15? I'm decent. I'm only 25% of my business is referrals. Let me challenge myself to get to 50%. In whatever your game is, we always got to be challenging ourselves, looking at ourselves on, all right, this is an area that I can grow in. Your gift is a responsibility. Other people would kill to have some of the gifts that you got. I heard somebody say, your gift, your talent is your gift from God, and what you do with your talent is your gift back to God. You can't just waste that. So what is your gift? Are you working hard developing it? Other people would kill to have it. It's your job to develop it. Because true mastery, like if you want to be a master at something, it requires discipline and repetition. Like I'm thinking about somebody right now that I went to high school with. We ain't going to say any names. But this person used to amaze me that he would be able to smoke weed and go out and play a high school game. I'm not even going to say what game it was, and be a beast at it. Like, get high and then go out there and be the best one. And I'm like, I mean, that's amazing. It's unbelievable. I couldn't even come close to pulling off something like that. I had to be perfect. I was small, undersized, good athlete, but not great. Everything, I had to do everything perfect. I couldn't smoke a cigar, black and mild. I had to run and work out and push hard and stay longer and stay later and, all these things just to get on the field or the court or whatever it is as a starter and to stay on in a competitive atmosphere and environment. This person, not work that hard, possibly sometimes show up intoxicated, best one on the field, best one on the court. So instead of me getting mad or thinking, you know what, how's he able to do that? I ain't going to work as hard. He's able to do that. I should be able to do that. I never looked at it that way. I'm like, that's what he could do? Pfft, God bless you. I got to go to work. And so what ended up happening over time is this person I'm thinking of in my head, many people that we played with had better college careers, and some even high school careers, than this person, and it never should have been that way. Could have been one of the greats. And so that is what it's called when we say hard work beats talent, when talent doesn't work hard. That's the type of example that I'm talking about. When you look at somebody being the GOAT, the greatest of all time, those are people that usually, they have talent for sure. You got to have something to work with. But they didn't get there just on that talent. It takes hours, weeks, months, years. So many times those people, the GOAT's GOAT 20 years ago was somebody that didn't have the career that they ended up having. Oftentimes. They could tell the same story as me. Of, man, you should have saw how fast this one was. You should have saw how good this one was. Some of the best athletes I've been around that had the best careers, they're good. They're definitely had a gift and a talent, but they weren't the best talent-wise, size-wise, speed-wise of everybody around them, but they had the best careers from putting in that work, because talent opens up doors. Work ethic keeps the door open. I'm not a huge soccer fan, but one of my good friends, Emery, is a good soccer player and fan, and then my son has been digging some soccer. So I'm looking at everybody knows Cristiano Ronaldo, right? He has a quote that says, "Talent without working hard is nothing." We're nice and simple. Talent without working hard is nothing. Nothing. Think about nothing. No thing. You ain't going nowhere. You're only going to go so far. So what work do you put in? Are you actually working hard, right? So a lot of people, they'll use the term, man, I'm working hard. Okay. Now compares to who? Compares to what? Like, who's working hard around you? Are you the hardest working person on the team? Where would you rank yourself? Actually, like, truly, like, rank yourself on other people around you on your team. How hard are you working? And then other people around you in your sport or business or profession, how hard are you working? Because if you do got the talent and you work hard, can't be beat. Those are the people that go and do iconic things. You got to seek out friends, circles, people around you that push you. Seek out peers that push you. Seek out, like, ask yourself, am I in an environment that's comfortable? Am I comparing myself to people that I've been blowing out? Or am I putting myself in a circle? Am I comparing myself to grow around the people that are at another level? Because iron sharpens iron. As one man sharpens another. Iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. So one woman sharpens another. Seek mentors, peers, friends, people around you that push you, stretch you, help take you to the next level. You gotta have belief in your potential, no doubt. But you gotta act on the work that it takes to create the progress that you need to become great. Right? So it's one thing to believe, man, I got the potential to be great. I know I got it inside of me. That's great. You got to have that belief. But we've all seen people that believe in themselves so much that their belief that they have in themselves and what actually ends up happening never completely comes to fruition. Belief is a huge piece of it. I've seen people that didn't have the talent that believed that they had the talent, so they ended up doing things way beyond because they just believed. But it's good to believe in that potential, but you got to act on the things that's going to create the progress that you need to actually walk in the vision that you have, or walk in the fullness of the gift that you've been given. Passion fuels your talent, but only commitment and consistency are going to sustain it. And the commitment and the consistency to sustain it are just doing all the things that aren't as much fun. What are the things that you need to be consistent at right now that are not as much fun to do, that are going to make you great, that are going to get you the result that you want? And those are the things that we got to have: the discipline, the commitment, the consistency, because the test of greatness and the hallmark of excellence is consistency. If you want to be great, you got to commit to being consistent. Speaking of commitment, we appreciate you and your commitment to listening to the GRINDcast, and especially those of you that do it with consistency. We appreciate the commitment and the consistency to spending some time with us on the GRINDcast. As always, if you think this message could help anybody else, share it with them. And if there's a message that you think we could do to help somebody out there that you want us to talk on, feel free to give us a shout on Instagram, shout on social media, and we'll try to get to it. All right. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for joining us on another episode of the GRINDcast. Get ready. It's a new day.